Hello, so I'm still here in the VIP bar and I've bumped into Mark Mulligan just by chance. So we decided we'd do a little interview for both of us. So, Mark, how's your Midem been?
Midem's been pretty good. I mean, there's certainly a lot of people here in the technology space, a lot of people here in the marketing space. I mean, you know, but there's, I don't know, I just can't help but sort of shake the feeling that there's a load of stuff seeping out of the market, you know. I mean, who's left apart from iTunes, Amazon, Android? You know, who's left to actually sell music anymore?
Who buys music anymore?
Well, you tell me, you're an artist, who buys your music?
Who buys music? It's a good question. I don't know. Where does revenue come from anymore? It's a really good question. Streaming sites? Do they? No, I don't think they generate much revenue.
Well, okay then, as an artist, how do you see a streaming site? Do you see a streaming site like radio, like a download, or like something else?
I see streaming site like a radio.
Right.
That's my opinion, because to me the royalties, or like the way you earn from it, wouldn't be any more than a radio.
Right. So
it's not like selling music.
So you don't have to worry too much about it making you money then. What you need to worry about is whether it's going to get people to know about your music to go and buy it.
I think it's great. I think a lot of people didn't buy music anymore; they've given up completely, and then suddenly they're starting to pay subscriptions to these sites, and that's a good way. But I think that these sites need to sort out how they distribute that income back to artists better.
So I think you've touched upon a really important thing, which is there is a lack of transparency with the major labels and some of the bigger independents and their artists, and that has to change, because at the moment all you're getting is horror story after horror story after horror story.
I met somebody from a major label last night and I asked them, I said, what's the story with splitting the revenue from Spotify, for example? And he said, well, I can't really talk about it because each contract is individual. So.
Well, each contract is also wrapped down to a non-disclosure agreement, so the services aren't allowed to talk about it. So, you know, I think if you can, as an artist, stop thinking about Spotify as anything other than a cool radio channel where you get paid more money than you would do by radio.
Yeah, totally. I still get revenue from it and I like it, and I think it's great that my music's out there and it's good, but there's also, what else is going to bring in money for artists now?
So one of the big things that Midem has been talking about direct-to-fan.
Yes.
So direct-to-fan, sort of, Facebook likes is a bit like Turkish lira. There's a few more zeros in there than the actual value of it. So, what, you know, as if you're going direct to fan, what really matters when you're talking to? Is it the people you meet after a gig? Is it the people who actually talk to you on Facebook? Is it people who talk to you on Twitter, or is it something else?
For me, I've built up quite a connection with the people I talk to on Facebook and Twitter, and after gigs. There's a guy, and he drove all the way from Holland to Paris to see us in concert recently, and he couldn't get in because it was too packed. So I felt awful. He arrived, he only got 2 songs, so then I put on a private concert for him afterwards, because he'd driven all the way from Holland, and it's that kind of interaction, a personal relationship with him.
Yeah. I mean, it's fantastic for doing that, but, you know, when you become globally famous, you've got to make sure you still do that sort of thing.
Because I talk to everybody.
You say that now.
Do you know what? We just met someone at the bar as well, and he turned around and said to me, he's like, "Oh, I know who you are. I tweeted you last year about your video." So there's something.
Well, it's like, so it's Imogen Heap is a really good example of someone who still does that sort of thing. You know, she's ridiculous things like having parties at her flat, you know, where fans come along to. Yeah, you know, so. You know,
really
people
cool.
who have contributed to her actual songs, you know, she invites them along and they all come to her.
Really?
Yeah. So,
I have had...
So it's possible to do it, but you have to make a point of wanting to do it. You know?
Oh, I do. I reply to everything. Yeah. But I have... my fans are great, and I got... Sometimes I'll do a call out if I have a computer problem, and I have to get my Wi-Fi fixed, and they help me with everything.
Yeah.
They fix...
So this is the difference between... When I was growing up, the only way you could engage with your favourite band was you had an email letter, photocopied, sent to the post every couple of months if you were lucky, and maybe get a badge or something.
Yeah.
So nowadays, there's the opportunity of having a real two-way conversation.
Yeah.
But what you're talking about isn't actually the way that a lot of artists treat it. A lot of artists still treat it as shouting. You know, so they use a Facebook page saying, "I'm playing here, come and download this, come and do this," instead of...
No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I think that, you know, for me, because there's not as many big labels support anymore. They don't have the budgets. They're not putting big marketing campaigns. So without your fans, there is nothing.
Yeah, which is why. So here's sort of a bit naff analyst speak. But what you need to do as an artist, it's not just about monetizing music, it's monetizing your audience. So your audience is there, and it's all the things that they value you. So when you come to the hard nuts and bolts of actually making money, you might find somewhere down the line that playing that one-on-one gig for someone is actually something you charge for. Some bands do that on sites like Pledge, where they will actually say one of the things you can pay for is that.
It's a good idea. There
you go.
Anyway, look, I better go. I'll let you go. You've got meetings, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, cheers.
All right.